Welcome to Conclave. Last week we treated corporate structure 1. So this week we are going to corporate structure 2. And as I said last week during the introduction, we're able to handle functional structure and divisional structure. So today we'll be going into matrix structure, network structure, and the team structure. It's going to be probably a 30-minute meeting, and we are done as fast as we can. So please, I need to be very, very attentive and get all your questions and contributions as ready as you can. Okay, metric structure. Then, unlike a conventional company hierarchy organized either by functional or divisional, a metric structure combines the two approaches so that staff work in functional and divisional units and report to two bosses. Do you understand it? Now, in this example, an oil exploration and production company has several oil refining projects to manage. Now, the metrics guidance oversees the metrics and then ensure that it works efficiently. So that's the structure. Then the company at the center, that's how it works. So the company at the center of the structure is stripped back to basic functions that are essential to the type of a business being operated. Then research and development, for example, in the case of a technology company. Now all other functions are outsourced to external specialists. So it simply means in metrics they have more of two systems where like I've used the oil company, for example, the mining on other ones is done in a particular area, while the main company is being run or controlled from the mining company's headquarters. Example, what Shell used to do in Nigeria, Shell, Mobil, and all of them, the top oil companies, then mining companies. Yes, in Nigeria, they're here in Nigeria as a Nigerian company, but it's being controlled from Britain, from US. That's where the parent or original companies are. So they run a metric structure, a combination of functional and divisional structure. So the same thing here we're using for also this company. Where you have your research and development center, probably at the head office, the rest are at source. Technology companies do that a lot. So all other functions are sourced out, but they're being managed by from the headquarters. So the various parties often work remotely around the globe and are connected by the internet. Now, together, they provide all the services needed for the network to function as one entity. Now, this type of business structure is based on the idea of the social media network, and it is therefore known as a network enterprise. So see how the metrics work. See, just example, in this example, an oil exploration, just giving us, how the metrics works. So you can look at it, see how the whole arrangement is done. Engineering directors, drilling, and all of them, projects. So this is how you're reporting to engineering, you're reporting to the project managers. So this guy, project manager, Arctic drilling, that's inside the sea, Malaysia oil wells, New Zealand oil well. So, and these guys are also reporting to them. You can imagine it's cut across. So, for 4 big metrics organizations, each of the following companies have been cited as a model for making the matrix structure work. Petrol and Procter and Gamble, the company very, very well. Procter and Gamble, you can Google it if you don't know much about them, to help it innovate and then respond faster to the market. The consumer products company is segmented into baby and feminine care. Can imagine that. Now you now have the beauty company, have the Family Care and the P&G Ventures. Now have healthcare, now have grooming and the fabric and the home care. So you can see the way they shared it. Now, Nestle also did the same thing. The Swiss conglomerate is managed by geographical division across most of its food and drink businesses, although some product-centered businesses, including Nespresso and Nestle Health Science, are managed globally. Then Starbucks also did the same thing. The global coffee shop chain is arranged by products, geography, and the business function divisions to ensure that quality and innovation meets customers' expectation and anticipate their desire. So these are number 4, Sony. Sony, yeah, the Japan media, tech, and the financial services conglomerate is primarily organized around business/product type, division, and function based groups such as research and development, although it also uses geographical division. This flexible structure allows it to effectively address market challenges. These are companies that are using metrics, a combination of division and functional units. So you can do more research on that. You need to know Matrix Guardian, senior professional appointed to oversee the matrix and make sure that it works efficiently. Now, mature matrix structure is in which functional and divisional bosses have equal power. Then solid line reporting simply says a direct reporting relationship between a worker and primarily supervisor. Then dotted line reporting, a more indirect reporting relationship with a secondary supervisor, where you have 2 people to report to, unlike reporting only onto one. Then matrix pros and cons, faster decision making, yes. Potential for improved productivity, flexible use of staff. That's the pros. Then the cons says that expensive to set up and run. Yes, like having 2 people in doing the same function. Possible confusion regarding the reporting line. Yeah, it happens more. Then more potential for interpersonal conflict as team goals conflict. Yes. So these are the pros and the cons. So look at it again. All right, network structure. Under network structure, also known as called virtual organization or virtual corporation. A network structure is centered on a streamlined company with digital connections, like linking it to external independent businesses. When from the name alone, you already know what they do. They have a center, then everything is networked all through. And it works more. For remote organizations and all that. Now, the company at the center of the structure is stripped back to basic functions that are essential to the type of business being operated. Now, research and development, for example, in the case of a technology company, all other functions are outsourced to external specialists. Now, the various parties often work remotely around the globe and are connected by the internet. It's as very simple as this. I mean, you understand this. It's very straight to the point. I'm taking, you understand it. You're working for a network company where you are in Nigeria and the company is in US, the company is in Canada, you're in Nigeria. All they need is just to have the major main office in Canada or US or France or anywhere or Ghana, and you work here remotely, and that does it. That's where the network comes in, known as network enterprise. All right, need to know agile business team to describe a network organization. The opposite of a traditional bureaucracy, decentralized organization with a wide span of control and often on upward flow of ideas. Yes, these are very, very truth about it. Network structure in practice. A small firm production company based in Los Angeles is operating from a studio space with 2 employees, yes, a producer and an assistant for each project. Then the producer connects with outsourced talent around the world, and everyone collaborates to create the finished film. Now, the producer contracts and pay these external suppliers. Simple. As simple as that. Modular structure. In a business with a modular structure, part of a single product are outsourced. Function or processes, not products, are outsourced in a network structure. A modular structure is especially suited for organizations producing appliances, computer, car, and mechanical consumer goods. Toyota is an example of a company with a modular structure. Yes, this is a special one. Managing hundreds of external suppliers to produce its finished vehicle. What is modular structure? Where a company like Toyota is into vehicle, as that's what you know, they will have other things they also do. Now, in that vehicle, there are multiple components that made up a vehicle, and these are done by other companies. So those modular structure is where all those parts are done by various organizations. They now come together to now produce the full car called Toyota. So that is, when you look at your car, go and look at your car. Most of the parts in your car are not Toyota products. They are assemblage from different other companies. They make up the car called the Toyota vehicle. So that's what called modular structure. Pros: potential for round the clock work because of global locations. Can source the best expertise wherever it is in the world. Low overhead. Yes, very, very low overhead, as there are minimal staff in the core company. Can develop a flexible and highly creative environment. Yes, ideas are coming left, right, and center. Then cons: extreme reliance on technology means that network errors can stop effective performance of the business. Yes, potential for loss control and missed deadlines. Yes, difficult to find common time across different time zones for virtual meetings. So you have to have meetings depending on the time zone. Yes, this is very, very, this is just the way the challenges around it. 27% of network organizations report higher profit margin than their competitors. Yeah, because of low cost in fixing, and other people work from their houses, work from their modular, work from just do their jobs, just do your job. However you want to do, just do it. What they want is give them the results. That's what's the most important thing when it comes to all modular and the matrix. All right, the typical example: film production company, Los Angeles, can even be in one room, but has given out everything. Post-production effects in Keppingham, someone is doing it. Film editing in Alaska, Japan, someone is doing it. Set design in Sydney, Australia. Location scout in Istanbul, Turkey. Accounting and finance in Boston, USA. Cinematography in location, UK. Just like that, and the work is done. Now, number 5, team-based structure. Team-based structure, TBO. As its name implies, a team-based organization is made up entirely of teams. Yes, managers and staff from different departments join to form team handling specific projects in the short term or long term. That's just what team is all about. In a team-based organization, teams search decision through brainstorming and mutual agreement among team members, rather than from a senior management members issuing order from the top of the chain of command, as in a traditional organization structure. Communication is less formal in TBOs, often carried out using messaging apps and the social team media, as well as online collaboration tools such as Slack and video conferencing software, including Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and the rest of it. And how it works. One step beyond the team-based structure is a holacracy, yeah, an unconventional type of organization in which there are no managers, and even the CEO relinquishes power, allowing employees to self-govern through the regular committee meeting, which they organize themselves. Yes, let me just give us a typical example. A few days ago, one of our professor did his inaugural lecture in ESUT. Enugu. ESUT is a university in Enugu, and a committee was formed. In that committee, there are professors, there are big people, there are small people, everybody. But in that committee, everybody is one. Ideas came in and all that. Nobody is, yes, we have our committee head and all that, but everybody was contributing. Everybody was contributing and all that. So that's what the team-based structure is all about. All right, need to know cascading successful passing of information, that one cascading, or objective down through the workforce. That means of cascading. Lateral structure means decentralized structure in which departments work to a common goal. A flat lattice structure with no chain of command in which workers choose to follow leaders. Yes, team-based hierarchy. Why TBOs still have a CEO? Little other hierarchy exists. Team-based leaders are part of the team rather than above it in a chain of command. At this best, a team-based model fosters a culture of trust. So individuals take pride in their work and responsibility for carrying out tasks well on time and on budget. Yes. So holacracy, breaking boundaries. Yes, where everybody comes bringing ideas and all, and just work, just to work, just to work, just to work, just do the work together. Okay. Most times use the online internet, just to do the work and all that. All right, traditional hierarchy decision handed down from top. Holacracy, a structure of self-managed team, decision made by committee. That is 75% of global organizations have seen improvement in performance since switching to a team-based structure. Yes, that's reality where you give people opportunity to say their mind and come up with ideas. And it's working. I mean, it's working like magic. It works like magic. It works like magic. It works like magic. So I think this is one structure that we start thinking how to adapt the holacracy structure. Start thinking of how to adapt it. Now, team-based pros, quick decision-making and rapid response to problem and changes. Reduces overhead as there is no heavy management structure. Open communication as there is no fear of a management reaction. The cons of it: if staff lack expertise, decision may be flawed. So you need to get people who have expert opinions, who are people who are well, just make them to know what to do. Train them, expose them so that their expertise will increase, as simple as that. Limited sharing between teams may affect business performance. Then decision by consensus are harder to reach. Yeah, but also you can use your decision-making processes to reduce the timing and all that. All right. I expect your questions, please. Your questions are very, very critical at this point in time. Your questions very, very critical at this point in time. Or before the question is coming up, let me just look at this again. I'll just look at this again. In a holacracy, staff are grouped into teams that set their own roles and goals, and they choose their own leaders. Like I was saying in that meeting that we did they put up the inauguration committee and everything was done and all that. We have a time we start, and once it's that time we start, and we agree and we are everything. In fact, for the first time I came and see how things are done. I mean, it was done by lecturers. Yes, and they did it excellently well. That was reality. Excellent, excellently well. Excellently well. it was a mixture of lecturers, non-lecturers, friends, but things were done excellently well. The person that was in charge was did a marvelous work. So why am I bringing up? It's something that we can bring in. But like you said, the cons, the challenges, taking time to make decision. But when you bring in experts from all walks of life, decision making becomes easy. All those challenges is taken care of naturally. So I think this is one area I want companies to start looking into. Seriously. It gives people open room to talk. At this point, nobody is empty. Nobody is this. We are all team. We are all team working together. Yes. No, 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 and choose their own leaders. Yeah. The idea is that if power and responsibility are shared, employees will give their very best. In 2014, the Las Vegas-based online shoe and clothing shop, Zappos, adopted the model for its 1,500 staff. Can you imagine that? And the team, Holacracy is a trademark of Holacracy One. Yes, so please don't go and use it on your own. So the company, that's why I brought it back, spearheading the adoption of the management system. Now it follows the same principle as a flat lattice, but takes the idea one step further by presenting a comprehensive management structure with clear processes for internal operations and governance. So this can be of use. This can be of use. This can be of use. This can be of use for you if you want to adapt it. Yes, this is a graphic representation again. You know about this. Yeah, you have the orgas, the MD, the EDs, and all that, and what's under Holacracy, a structure of self-managed team. Can you imagine? Okay, let's look at look at the color here. Look at the color here. Yeah, they said this is the MD, and these are the EDs and the top orgas. Then followed by these ones. And let's say these ones are the staff or managers and all that. But look at it here. Look at it. See the way they form teams, 4 different teams. In team 1, you can imagine one top official. Sorry. One top official is here, one top official is here, one top official is here, one top official is here. So in this case now, the MD is somewhere. Do you understand it? The MD is somewhere and other ones now joined. So that's just the beauty of it. That's just the beauty of it. And they're doing everything and they're getting the results. So it's a decision-making committee and nobody is flogged for ideas and all and all and all and all. So that's it. That's it. So your questions, your contributions, your ideas before we finally move on. I'm trying to working within 30 minutes, 40 minutes to accommodate other things. You're welcome with your ideas. What have you learned this morning? What are your questions, your ideas towards this? Floor is open. The floor is open, please. What are your take home? What have you learned? What have you learned almost 30 minutes we've been discussing. What have you learned, please? Let's get your brief, please. Chika, Annie, Amen, Rex, J. What's your brief? What's your take for spending this early hour with us? What's your take? What we say that I've learned within this period?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you. Well explicit lecture this morning. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, at least I've known the two structure of the corporate, that's the traditional and the oligarchy structure of corporate affairs. these are the two different structure I learned from you and how it's being used.
Yeah.
From your explanation, I now find out that the oligarchy is the best for me because it help different bodies to function. That's each member, each team
Mm.
to share their own opinion and ideas. But my question now is, who are they giving the feedback to? Because from the structure you draw, there is no anybody that's the center picture there. Who
Mm.
are they giving that feedback to?
Okay. I really appreciate that. Remember, this is a traditional one where everything the functional, the divisional, the matrix, they are all inside here. But when it comes to this team own or oligarchy, the reality is that everybody that are meant to report to, they are also here. Everybody that are meant to report to, they are also here. So what they achieve here is more of openness, the people's expertise. In a normal form, they can have this meeting and they will ask other, please get people's opinion, and those people will not air their views. These other small staff members, they won't air their views because they are afraid of what will happen. But you can imagine where your MD is there with you and say, please, your in social branch, I mean, you like 1,500 of you, like this other company adopted it for 1,500 staff, and you're hearing your MD will call your name. Probably there are companies that people have worked for 15 years, 35 years and retire. They never met their MD in person. But you're in a meeting, and we're probably using a Zoom meeting, and you're 1,500 of you, and you see your MD's face. He mentions your name and say, can I hear your idea? And you're in the corporate ladder, you are the bottom part of it. You can imagine that kind of a thing. So what they do is that when they get this information, get this decision, get all this knowledge, they will still go back to the what runs the company. At that point, they don't need to do plenty corporate meetings again. They already gotten all, they just go there and start functioning and start operating it. So in this case, a company still maintain the traditional hierarchy and still adopt this hierarchy for expert opinion, for people to bring in ideas and to move on, looking at all the advantages involved in this holacracy, method. So that's the beauty of it. So I hope that explains to you, sir.
Yeah, it's explained to me, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So you can adopt the two, have your traditional destiny the way it is, then use this one to do the work to get a fast result, and you're good to go. All right, that's a beautiful one. That's a beautiful one. Thank you so much, Mr. Rest. Thank you so much. Okay, who else? Who else, please? We have less than 10 minutes to conclude. Who else is coming up? Your take home, your question. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. Dominion Emmanuel. Dominion Emmanuel. Can we hear from you, please? What's your take home? What's your question? What's your contribution? Dominion Emmanuel. Are you still here with us? Dominion Emmanuel. Okay. Can we hear from you, Innocent Simon? Simon Innocent. Innocent, are you there? Okay, Isaac. Odiba Isaac. Odiba Isaac. Wow. I hope you did not plug to the session and slip off. Okay, good. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much for your lecture. I think for me, basically, I tend to understand I'm used to the top up to down corporate structure. I never knew about this cyclical corporate governance structure, but I learned that I think it seems to ease the process of decision making
Yes.
and helps each and everyone that is a part of the corporate
Yes.
organization give their inputs and have their voices heard.
Yes.
I think somebody like Otedola
Good.
operated Xenon
Okay.
back in the day with such a where he organized yearly end of the year meetings with all the staffs, and he gives everybody the opportunity to speak up. He hears from everybody and all of those things without the fear of being reprimanded and all of that. So I think I can tend to understand that better with this teaching today. Thank you.
Beautiful. Wow, beautiful. I love that example you gave. That reminds me of a town hall meeting then when I was in the banking sector. We used to have town hall meeting with our MD. He comes like once or twice in a year, and the same way everybody has the opinion and all that. That reminds me. So they took, yeah, that's a part of it. Yeah. While this have been modified that it becomes a regular thing. It's no longer once a year thing. With the aid of the internet, the Zoom, the Google, and all of them, you can have that meeting with your people clean. I mean, in fact, that meeting can happen every week, every single week. It can happen regionally, it can happen nationally, it can happen international, and all that. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you so much, Sir Isaac. Thank you. That's a beautiful one. Right. Who else will be part of this? Who else part of this? Who else will be part of this? Your take home, your contribution. These are wonderful contributions. Who else? Your take home, your contributions. Your take home, your contributions. Your take home. Okay. Iwuna Linus Chukwemeka. Sir, please, what's your take home? What's the contribution? Okay, okay. If it's not coming up, Modupe, please, can you tell us what's your take home? Modupe? Okay, go ahead.
Good morning. I said I had the issue joining in.
Okay, no problem.
So I couldn't get most of the.
No problem. Okay, Modupe, can you give us your take home?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone.
You're welcome.
I also joined very late, but from the submission of the last speaker, I can also make a little contribution from my experience.
Go ahead.
So while organizational structure can still look hierarchical, I understand that we also operate through different management committees that can represent that cyclical, because different management committees then take decisions within those management committees. So I've not seen organogram that looks cyclical, but I understand, yes, when we have even this traditional hierarchy in the organogram, in my current organization, we have various management committee on different issues that can actually act like this cyclical structure that I'm seeing here, that then take decision at different level on different matter. We have committees on ERM, we have committees on investment, we have committees on different things. So then they take decision and still fulfill what this cyclical structure would
Yeah, I do.
represent.
Mm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, that's a beautiful word. That's a beautiful word. That's a beautiful word. Okay, Sister Mary, okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sister.
Myself, I woke up earlier, so I set my alarm. I don't know what happened, so I couldn't join on time. But still, based on what the second to the last speaker said, that he himself was able to just grasp something from what the other people have said. Well, my only take home is this holacracy, a structure of a self-managed team.
Yeah.
Yeah, is wonderful the way I'm seeing it, if you can adopt it, because sometimes, when you are placed in a place, this issue of a hierarchy, sometimes it makes, things to not to work the way it should be. Because when you give your staff opportunity to aid their view, you see that managing a structure will be easier. Let me just give a little experience, because I was just the way our life is. I was transferred from where I was last time. I was in one of our school as a class teacher. So this time I was made the head teacher in one of the schools we are managing. So after 1 week, some teachers there was some issues that some of them did not resume on time. So last week we had a meeting. I called them meeting in my office. At least let's see, being a new person in that school, I told them that we are here to work together. At least myself, I need to learn from
Just
them.
brief it. You have 30 seconds.
Okay. So at the end of it all, within that meeting, they started bringing ideas of what had been existing in that school, but still is affecting them. So at the end of it all, we came to agreement. Okay, we'll go to the management and our view what we are going to do. But at the end of it all, when I met the priest I'm working with, the only answer he gave to me is, okay, now you have seen it, so make decision, whatever you decide, in order to, make sure that existing problem, we'll be able to solve it. So that's how we came to